Mate, that is elite.
Oh God. I'm proper got I'm crying. Oh Jesus.
I love it.
Hello and welcome to the From the Finney podcast with me, Jake.
Me, Ollie.
And me, Dan.
Yeah, it might be short-lived, but we're top of the league, and we're going to make the most of it. So we're going to obviously discuss going top of the championship. We're going to talk about the Charlton game, the Alex Neil situation, and we'll touch on a few other things as well as looking ahead to Huddersfield. So yeah, enjoy. Alright lads, how we doing?
Incredible.
Very good, I suspect. Yeah.
We are top of the league, boys.
That we are.
Yeah, good.
So weekend and top of the league for Ollie.
Yeah, feels a bit strange. I think it's the first time since
we've been doing the pod.
Well, I was gonna say top of the league 8 years. It's not the first time I've been sober in 8 years, but yeah, first time since I was 8. Oh no, about 13 years. Yeah, so first time since I was 8.
It's 2006.
Yeah, first time since I was 8 that we've been top of the
You
league.
made that difficult. You sure you've not had anything to drink?
Nah, but yeah, buzzing. I think obviously West Brom will win tomorrow night, but don't really matter.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Like, I didn't actually think come the end of the weekend I'd be wanting Stoke to win, but
I've had a chat because you know my girlfriend's family, or my fiance's family rather, are
it's okay. You can refer to her as your girlfriend. I still call my wife my. Well, I don't, but
she is your missus, though, isn't she?
Yeah, I was going to say my missus, but she is.
Yeah, all her family are Midlands based. Her mum's a West Brom fan. Apparently, Stoke are a bit of a bogey team for them.
Good. So
I think it's.
Night.
Where is it at? Is it at Stoke or at West Brom?
I think it's at West Brom.
Well, the main thing is, I think we're 4 points clear of 7th, aren't we?
Yeah.
So that's the first time it's been a decent side.
It's Stoke tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, it's at the Potteries.
I don't know who's actually taking charge.
But it's the Alex
and someone else, isn't it?
Yeah, it is the Alex Neil.
It isn't Alex Neil.
Yeah,
we'll come on to that in a bit. Yeah, Charlton away. It was difficult to watch at times. But it was a good away performance, and obviously we won. And to be honest, I think we should have probably won by more.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Barkay's had a couple of really good chances first half. I think if I'm being super critical, Shawnee could have done better with his chance that we got a corner from late on. Obviously, I was screaming at Barkay to square it to Pearson for his second identical goal in a few weeks.
Yeah, it would have been like.
By the way,
2 or 3-0 would have flattered us.
Ben Pearson's absolutely rapid.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't realise, but then that run today.
You sure you didn't realise? I'm pretty sure you wrote about it in your piece.
No, like over a short distance, but like over 50 yards, absolutely rapid as well. I didn't know, but yeah, 3-0 would have been a fair result today.
Yeah, I think it would have.
Obviously, at least 2-0, but second away win of the season. Didn't think we'd win, to be fair. I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be too much of a hangover from yesterday to sort of escape. I was expecting a 0-0.
Yeah, I think they've scored in every home game before today. So, and they didn't. I don't think they had. Well, they had that shot in the first half, Then they had the set piece at the end, but kept them quiet, did well. Patrick Bauer was immense.
Ben Davis as well.
Ben Davis was class too.
Yeah. That's what, them two together, that's what you're used to now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
I think one thing that stood out for me, and I know we gave our fair share, but Jesus, Charlton are dirty.
Yeah.
Berham Kyle is lucky boy. He should have been sent off.
Yeah, well, Darren Prattley's always been dirty as well.
Yeah.
He was, him and Pearson, when he was at Bolton, they had a few run-ins, and Galley as well. But we, our game management today on national TV was absolute top-class shithousery, I thought.
Yeah.
As soon as we scored, when did we score? About 60 minutes or something like that?
Like 58, something like that, 54.
After that, we just shut the game down, didn't we? So many stoppages.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just... Yeah, said it before, we just look like a proper side now.
I think the key thing as well, or one of the key things is, and I can't remember if it was Alex Neil or Stockley, someone in the press afterwards, has said how mature we look, and he mentioned it in the past. We've got a lot of players who are still relatively young, but they're very, very experienced at this level now.
Yeah, you can tell by the way. Just like, do you remember in the first half? I think Pearson went down. Was it Pearson? Yeah, went down with no contact. And you were like, out. Yeah.
I think, was it not in the second half?
I can't remember, but
no, yeah, it was in the first half. I think
it was first because it was minutes after their lad had that horrible dive.
Yeah.
Their Gallagher.
Stuff like that though. We're just good at stuff like that, and obviously just little bits of time wasting here and there. I think Rudd got booked as well for time wasting today.
He did, yeah.
We had a few bookings today actually, but yeah, we're just seeing games out quite well.
Stockley, Pearson, Fisher, Rudd,
Barkey.
Yeah. There was a 15-20 minute period where the ref couldn't keep his yellow card away.
Yeah, it was like towards probably 75 minutes onwards, and then but obviously 7 minutes added on today, 7 minutes at Reading. Yeah. So we just need to be careful not to like overdo it, the shithousing too much. But
yeah, because it cost us at Reading.
Yeah, and it could have cost us in the last seconds today, but.
Although, like we mentioned, we probably deserved it to cost us at Reading, but I think it's been harsh on us today.
Yeah, I think today would have been a travesty if we didn't win, really. I think they had one shot on target, didn't they?
45 followers off 1,000 now.
Decent.
Interesting.
Sorry, just got 2 new followers on Twitter. Shout out Liam Smith and Charles Parker.
Oh, Charles Parker. Yeah.
Didn't he do that crazy song?
Isn't that Niles Barkley? Oh God, Jesus, what? Anyway,
it's not making it in. Sorry, but
Pearson obviously picked up. The old Pearson was back, I think, wasn't he?
I didn't see what happened. I'm not going to lie, I didn't see it. I just saw
got off it.
Yeah.
It was over something that the ref had gotten wrong. I think it was when Kyle went in with his it was studs up on Rafferty. Yeah. And I think Pearson was gobbing off at the ref and telling him that he got it wrong and should have been a red. And the ref wasn't having any of it and just give him another yellow. To be honest, I think maybe that's one that Alex Neil won't mind too much. Watching,
he's been very vocal about wanting Pearson to get cut out. I think it's just the fact that it's unnecessary. We've got a decision. It wasn't. I mean, I personally think he should have been sent off as well because it was out of control. And I mean,
out of control
by the letter of the law. But I mean, we've got the decision. It's not gone all the way our way, if you know what I mean. But I mean,
yeah, you got to remember though, these boys are in a changing room together like 6-7 days a week.
Yeah, I suppose.
And they're clearly a tight-knit, close-knit group. So you can understand if Pearson thinks it should have been a red. I mean, yeah,
I think I think with the yellow card, obviously, I might be way off, but obviously he's going to miss the Huddersfield game.
Yeah.
But then he'll be on a clean slate after the international break.
Yeah.
So rather than breaking it up midway through a run,
How long after the international break is the amnesty? Is it
It's December. I think it's like 5 or 6 games. So you'd expect him to get through that without 5 yellows.
Yeah,
so.
considering he's gone through 15 with.
Yeah, so I'm not saying he got booked on purpose, but if he was going to get booked, I would have preferred it to be today, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So obviously
gives him a good 3 weeks then, and
and then back in
rest, recuperate, and come back to hopefully not getting off to
it's a long
start after the international break.
It's a long run of games after the break, so he'll get a full run rather than.
Always is this time.
There won't be another international break till February now, will there?
No, I think it's Feb in it here. So
end of Feb, start of March, around then sometime.
Yeah, obviously Ledson might come in next week or change it around a bit, but wait to see. But obviously, I don't think DJ. Don't know about DJ, but if he doesn't play next week and Pearson, becomes quite a tough game. But
we'll come on to Huddersfield in a bit, but I think DJ today, it looked pretty nasty. I'm not sure. I've seen people saying on Twitter that it should have been a red. I'm not sure myself. I don't think it was intentional.
I don't know. I think there was 2 parts of it. There was the first part, and then after he made the foul, scraped the back of his calf, didn't he? Yeah,
there was the dragging to stop him getting through on goal initially, and then there was leaving a little bit on him down the back of his calf, and
it was just. I think it was very clumsy, wasn't it?
I think when it first happened, it was. I thought it was an impact injury, to be honest, but after hearing it said his foot had gone numb.
Yeah, I couldn't feel his foot or something.
I'm not a medical expert, but that doesn't sound good.
What are you smacking at?
Trust me, that it's not a good feeling. That.
What, not being able to feel your feet?
No, but at least he can feel one of them.
Well, yeah. I suppose he can hop around the pitch, can't he?
Yeah. When that happened to me, I went to Asda, bought some hormone tablets, and I was fixed up within a couple of days. So.
Something tells me that a professional footballer at a professional football club is not just going to go to Asda and buy some hormone tablets.
Probably won't look online for remedies for alcohol abuse, but I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think it'll be anything too serious anyway. But that was the first time he'd actually got in behind their midfield / defence, and he was running at goal. So didn't have his best 30 minutes, but managed to cope well without him. But I think Brown did better second half when he was a bit further forward.
Yeah, he grew into it a bit more as the game went on.
Yeah, I think he just needs a goal, Brown.
Yeah, Josh mentioned it in his 5 things piece that has just gone live on the website. Well, if you're listening to this tomorrow on Monday, then it went live today on Sunday. But anyway, check it out. Yeah,
I would say someone else who needs a goal is Maguire.
Yeah,
I don't know about him. I think he's playing well. He's just not. He's doing more.
Very indecisive final third start.
Yeah, decision making.
It wasn't his best game today, not by a long stretch.
He's doing a lot more outside the box this season. But yeah, when did he last score?
Is it 3 of our 7 penalties as well that he's won?
When was his last goal?
Yeah, when was his last goal?
Was it at home?
Was it Brentford?
I think it was.
Yeah.
With eye celebration.
Yeah,
it's going back a little while. That he's chipping in with like goals. He's involved in most of the play, isn't he? But yeah, could do with a goal. Yeah, Barkett looks a lot more likely to score, doesn't he, at the moment?
Barkey just looks like a man possessed. He could have and arguably should have had a hat-trick today.
I think the headed chance was harder than it looked.
But I mean, I'd still expect someone in the form that he's in to hit the target.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Don't remember his other chance. Obviously, he had the one saved at the end that he should have passed.
The one in the first half.
The one at the back post.
Back post.
Yeah. What a run by Darnell, by the way, on his weaker foot as well.
Yeah,
weaker foot on the wrong side.
I don't think he did much wrong with that, Barkey. It was a good save, to be fair. I think.
I know. It was.
He's getting a lot of chances, isn't he? He's getting in the box, which is something that I mentioned in my piece that I wrote yesterday.
Which he's going to get on the website tomorrow, I think.
Getting in the box a lot, and obviously full-backs are crossing. instead of the wide players.
Yeah, I'm impressed. He's at times last season he looked half the player he was when we first signed him. I don't know if it's the security that this new contract's given him or the. I think there's no secret that Neil's a big fan of him as well. Maybe it's a mix of both. I don't know, but he looks like he's back to the old Tom Barkhays. And
I agree. I think he scored. How many has he scored? 6 this season already.
Seven, yeah.
I think how many did he score last season? He only scored like 7, didn't he?
6, I think.
So yeah, obviously, I think he's a massive confidence player, isn't he?
Yeah.
I just get that feeling, but
yeah, he definitely strikes me as a type that needs an arm over the shoulder.
Yeah, just have to hope that he doesn't burn out, because last couple of seasons, you can tell like towards February, March, April, he's been knackered, but
fan reception means a lot to him as well.
Yeah, he's one of them, and I think he's quite defensive about himself. But yeah, he's obviously the first name on the team sheet. Well, we've got a few of them, but he starts every game, doesn't he, now when he's fit? So
he got 6 last season, 8 the season before that, and 6 the season before that. So he's already.
Well, he's another one of them players who's now just a fully established championship player, isn't he? So
I tell you what, in his first season, 6 goals in 17 appearances.
Yeah, considering he signed in January and didn't start until March.
He went on that mad run, didn't he? When he scored like 5 in 5 or something.
Yeah.
His best season for us was...
Then a late equaliser at Derby, then 2 against Reading at home the week after. It's mental.
His best season for us was Alex Neil's first, when we finished 7th, where he finished with 8 goals and 7 assists in 46 appearances.
Solid.
But again, he played every game that season.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll... You'd expect him to get towards like 20 goal contributions, wouldn't you?
Yeah, around that.
Based on what he's got so far. Playing well.
7 goals in all competitions, 1 assist.
Yeah.
Very impressed. Very, very impressed. I think, I don't want to sound like we're flogging a dead horse, but Rudd, just again, for people saying that we don't need a keeper and that we're doing all right.
Yeah,
he's shown again today that he's arguably the weakest link in that side.
For a game where we saw it out so professionally and we looked, I don't know if I'd go so far as to say we looked comfortable towards the end, but we definitely looked there.
I'd say we did.
Yeah, apart from that scare,
it was Rudd putting us under pressure at the end by first not coming for that, or not offering himself as an option for Darnell, who had to put it out for a corner and then absolutely tapping at the corner.
To be fair, I think that was typical Darnell. I think he was half looking for a foul as well. At the end. He went down a bit, didn't he? But yeah, Rudd should have come for that, and then obviously Darnell gave him.
The thing about that is the exact same thing happened against Blackburn in the second half, and not a lot of people were talking about it, but everyone saw it today. So
players could do something like that. Like players give Rudd stick every game for not being proactive enough. It's just one of them things, isn't it? Now, but that's what you get with Rudd, really. And then obviously flapped. He almost punched Stockley at the corner.
Yeah,
I don't know what he was doing, but kept a clean sheet. Can't argue too much.
Yeah.
Made a good save.
Ultimately, we've won the game. He's
and I thought, to be fair, he's
a save from was it Purrington in the first half?
Yeah, the one where they had a man over.
Yeah.
And
that happened a few times in the first half. They had
if you consider they
seem to catch us out.
Yeah, if you consider they have wing backs and we defend with a narrow 4, the wing back's always going to be the spare man against our wing.
Yeah.
I thought overall we dealt with it pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Neil was comfortable to give the wing back space.
I saw a post from our friend Ollie Dawes at Deepdale Digest a few hours ago about us being interested in is it Kieran Kelleher or something from Liverpool?
I think he's called.
I have no idea. It's a weird Irish name, but
played on Wednesday night, was it in the league?
He did. He was the penalty hero for Liverpool against Arsenal.
also conceded 5 goals.
He did also concede 5 goals.
No, I don't see that happening. I think that was in the Daily Mirror, weren't it? This morning.
I don't know. I'd only seen the deep dive thing.
I have to see with that, because, well, that'd be a bit of a strange gamble if we're right up in the top 2 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the goalkeeping rumour mill is starting to turn, so hopefully we're going to look for something in January. Never know, though.
I think the Ripley situation is as strange as the Rudd situation. Don't know what happened
today.
Yeah, don't know. Think he was, yeah.
Well, I mentioned when we had Pilks on the other night that Ripley's starting to remind me of Jamie Jones a little bit. He seems to be spitting his dummy out a little bit that he's not in the team, and he's just going to force his way out of the club.
In what way?
Well, just I mean, he seems to think he should be in and around the team, and he's getting pushed out by a manager who doesn't really rate him.
Oh yeah, it was on the bench today.
It's obviously not worked out for him, has it, for one reason or another? But it's the goalkeeper situation has been the least solid situation since Alex Neil's been here.
Yeah.
But I think when we're not conceding that many goals, mainly I'd say due to the defence.
We've conceded 16 this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not too bad, that, really.
It's
about 1 a game, innit? So, and away from home, we've been very solid defensively recently, since the Swansea game. But yeah, I think Rudd did fine today. It's just, yeah.
I think it's a situation I think we need to tread carefully with, because he's got his shortcomings, there's no doubt about that. But if he's clearly respected by the rest of the squad. If we were to bring in another keeper, say we were to take a chance on a young Premier League loan, and he goes straight in as a number 1, it could potentially ruffle a few feathers.
Yeah, that situation is a risk.
And if it doesn't work and he puts Rudd back in and Rudd has a howler, then
what do you do?
You know, he's got himself stuck between a rock and a hard place.
The same thing happened with Maxwell. Do you remember? It was the season when we came 7th. Yeah. He took both of them out. Maxwell came in, made a howler, took him back out. Rudd made a howler.
Yeah, it was around New Year, Christmas, New Year time, wasn't it? I think
it was a bit later, because I remember Derby beat us, the free kick.
Yeah, the Tom Lawrence one.
Probably around Feb, March. But just needs to, as you say, be careful.
With it. Yeah, definitely does. But I think other than that, and perhaps an out-and-out striker, someone with a bit of pace and whatever. Other than that, I don't really see anywhere else we need to strengthen.
Interesting to see what happens with Andre Green as well, because he's not even been making the 18s on a regular basis.
No, I met, was it 3 weeks ago? The Rovers game, 2 weeks ago.
Rovers game was a week ago, wasn't it?
Oh shit, yeah, it was. Was he in that squad?
Yeah, he was on the bench against Rovers, but he's been in and out.
First time in a while, though, wasn't it?
I think he was on the bench against Leeds as well, wasn't he? Because he was the first to get to Barclays.
Yeah, but he's considering he's been loaned out to get minutes. He's just not playing, is he? So, obviously, if he goes back or whatever, probably bring in another body in that position. But we definitely need a striker. No striker on the bench today.
Yeah. And if Stockley's now forcing his way into the team and keeping up semi-decent, relatively good performances, then it limits our options off the bench. And it obviously
especially when Maguire and Barkey start, because they're the other striking options.
Yeah.
So you need at least one off the bench. So definitely something to look into. Hard to know who we bring in though, but that's for January. But I'm
sure the question will get asked at the fans forum in 9 days or 8 days, whenever it is.
They tend to not answer questions about transfers and transfer policy, though, do they?
They skirt around it, I'm sure.
My ideal would have been Ivan Toney, but he'll be way out of our range now.
Well, you never know.
Starts the season because
Uncle Trev might actually want to.
He's on 9, isn't he? Already this year.
He's what?
He's on 7, 8, 9 goals already this year.
Yeah, he's back in
I'm
the team
not
already.
paying too much attention to League One, but
Yeah, I think we wanted him last summer. Not in 2018. I think we wanted him. But yeah, he's the boat sailed for that one, unfortunately. But yeah, interesting to see who we bring in.
With Johnson Clark Harris, haven't we?
Yeah, on and off.
But
He's the kind of physical.
Something that I keep seeing online is that he's apparently a bit of a knobhead.
Yeah, apparently that's why we didn't go for Carl Ahern Grant, who's at Huddersfield now.
Yeah, absolute bagging.
Apparently, yeah. When he was at Charlton, we was watching him, and obviously he's a good player, a very good player. Obviously, someone in that physical profile like Clark Harris, Carl Grant, or like Hugill, whatever, Nemecha, someone with pace and power.
Oh my God, Carl Grant's only 21.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, I thought he was a lot older than that.
Nah, he was banging him in at Crawley when he was like 19, 20.
Jesus.
He's a good player. It's a shame we didn't sign him. I'm not going to lie.
Although Johnson Clark Harris has scored for North End at Deepdale in the last 5 years.
Good on goal, weren't it, as well?
Yeah, it's a great header. Yeah. Remember when we came from 1-0 down?
Last minute.
To beat Rotherham.
Last minute, wasn't it?
Marnik Vermeil long throw. Johnson Clark Harris looped a header over his own keeper into the far corner. Took it superbly.
He did take it very well.
He scored 12 goals for Huddersfield since February.
Clark, Ahern Grant, yeah.
And
7
Huddersfield.
of them Prem.
I think 4 in the Prem.
Were they?
Yeah, he scored 4 in the Prem.
No, I thought he went on like a mad run towards the end of last year.
Nah, he scored 4 and he was their top scorer all season.
God.
With 4.
Yeah.
I only know that because I was doing a football quiz last night instead of getting pissed.
You're a change man.
I know, I am a change man.
Oh, you know, you fuck.
Been on the mint tea today. I'm definitely a change man.
And on that note, is it time to go and get another brew?
Yeah, I'm going to go and make a nice mint tea.
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the From the Finney podcast. In this part, we're going to talk about Stoke, the shithouses, focus a little bit on our manager and how good he actually is, and we'll also look ahead to Huddersfield at home on Saturday. So yeah, I think obviously outside of beating Charlton, going top of the league, it's been an interesting weekend to say the least.
Up and down, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Or down and up, to be more specific.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's tough to try and make sense of, really.
I think that the weird thing is just the timing of the whole thing. Like, I don't think, because obviously we played on Sunday, Stoke are playing on Monday. I don't know if that would have happened if we were both playing on Saturday at 3, if you know what I mean.
Probably not.
The timing was just a bit weird, obviously.
You do get the feeling they've asked people to put things out there.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
They
I think
have.
still, the details are still a bit sketchy of what's actually happened, but my theory is they've tried to agree something behind our back with Alex Neil. And then they would have approached us when that had been agreed behind closed doors.
Well,
I also think that they've got the media involved to try and pressure us into force his hand or try and pressure us.
Our hands, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd seen on Twitter though that Alex Neil was apparently the one that reported Stoke for the illegal approach.
Yeah, I think you have to.
I don't know if anybody else would have known.
Yeah,
true.
I think it's like a. Yeah. I think you have to, don't you? I don't know.
Does Neil have an agent?
Yeah.
Is that how managers work?
Yeah.
I mean, his agent probably knew. You'd think.
His agent was the main thing behind the West Brom thing, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a bit weird, all that. Both of the situations were a bit odd.
Yeah.
But obviously we've
in both of them we ended up keeping hold of the best manager in the league.
Yeah. Well, I do come from the school of Juego de Posizione, and I can't go against Marcelo Bielsa.
Sorry, what? The school of what?
Juego de Posizione.
If Pilch is pulling me up on tossing Adarabia or Adarabia or whatever he's called, then I'm pulling you up on that.
Well, I'm not being funny, but I'm a student of the game, and that's how I've heard it been said.
Oh man, if we weren't top of the league, that would have been the first title.
But 100% Alex Neil's the second best coach in the league for me.
I'm a student of the game. Fuck off.
I am. I'm a student of the beautiful game. That's why I get in with a student pass all the time.
Anyway, yeah, I think you said it yesterday. He's the best British manager in the league.
Yeah, 100%. I think. Well, firstly, if you just look at how young he still is and what he's already achieved.
Is it?
38.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, and tactically, and then in terms of coaching the players, if you compare Alan Brown to whenever he came in 2.5 years ago, compare Ben Pearson, Ben Davis, even Darnell Fisher.
Yeah.
I'd class as one of the best right backs in the league.
Callum Robinson before he left.
Robbo, Hugill.
I think Fisher deserves a shout out today as well. I mean, I know we gave him one, but
yeah, he was top class.
Just like to reiterate, I thought he was superb.
Yeah.
Yeah, man of the match.
Yeah.
I know we've already gone over the Charlton game, but why did they say why they gave Gallagher the man of the match award?
Because Sky give it a goal scorer, don't they?
Pretty much. That's the bottom. That's the.
Is that literally all it was?
That's literally all it was.
It's like it's like when we give one in the stadium. It's usually if a player's scored, they get it, especially in a 1-0.
Yeah, but and then if you consider the budget as well, then it's hard to argue against saying anyone's better. I think anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the way the club dealt with the situation was spot on.
Yeah, we
I don't think we could have dealt with it any better.
The last thing we needed was for it to get into West Brom territory like last season, where there was speculation building over a few days. No one knew anything. There was rumours going round. There was this, there was that, there the other. And the club, I don't think, could have done much more than what they've done.
100%, yeah.
I did what I think a lot of fans probably did. It was exactly the same way I reacted to West Brom. Is I went through all the stages of grief in about 10 minutes, and then just landed on acceptance.
I just learned to very quickly come to acceptance.
Yeah.
I think that the statement was made at like the right time. I think because I think they had to react because it got to the stage where TalkSport was saying he was set to be announced as a new manager.
Yeah.
I think about 5 bookmakers stopped taking bets, and then
that's usually a full stop to a situation, isn't it? When bookmakers.
Yeah. So that whole
they don't
thing
do that unless they've got very good information.
So basically,
they're not making money, are they?
Someone from Stoke was literally just giving barefaced lies out to the media.
Yeah.
Basically.
Talking about the media giving out barefaced lies, I've been blocked on Twitter by Alan Nixon now.
It's a pretty big club as far as North End fans are concerned, isn't it?
I have not been blocked by Alan Nixon.
Yeah.
No, neither have I.
But I don't follow him. I don't engage with him. But
I didn't know who he was until the other day.
Oh, and you've already been blocked by him?
Yep.
It's pretty good going, that.
I think it'll be interesting tomorrow if Neil's actually there.
Oh, it's so.
Yeah, because there was talk of him obviously going to watch because
he was penciled in to watch, wasn't he?
Yeah, playing West Brom in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it'd be weirder if he doesn't.
I don't know. It's a weird one, that, isn't it? Because well, he's not the kind of person who would like the spotlight either, is he?
Well, he frequently goes to watch games anyway.
Yeah,
so.
He watches a game every probably 2 or 3 games a week, doesn't he? In the week or whatever. So yeah, but I think that's been put to bed. But that's going to keep happening now.
Yeah, I think Stoke's dead in the water as far as Alex Neil's concerned.
If he went there now, there'd be uproar.
He'd look like more than anything. He'd look like a knobhead.
Yeah,
he's made his bed now, hasn't he? To be honest, with what he said, which is obviously fine, but
obviously it is because it suits.
Because we want him to stay. Exactly. The one
thing
thing I'd say is now that he's getting interest, hopefully he can use it to like leverage a bit more in January, especially because we are going to be up there. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
I'm writing a piece at the minute about the upcoming window, and I was going to make a point of what you just said, pretty much about he's got leverage now.
Yeah.
To go to the board and say, look, I'm clearly going to be in demand. I'm doing well. Give me what I need.
Yeah, he's not stupid at all, is he? He knows.
The thing is, the last time I felt
summer.
You are.
I thought it was inevitable that it would happen in the summer that he'd be given a war chest. And
well, it wasn't to be.
And it didn't happen. So, I mean, you never know.
The last time I felt like this and felt this optimistic and positive was under Billy Davis. That season when we got beat by Leeds in the playoffs, and obviously the season before when we got to the playoff final as well. And I think ultimately the reason he ended up leaving was because he was never backed properly in the window. And
that's probably fair, yeah.
I just hope, and again, like I said, I'm writing a piece at the minute, and I don't want to give too much away. I just hope that the board and whatnot have learned from past mistakes.
Derek Shaw was still chairman then, wasn't
he? Yeah. But yeah, just they need to back him. If he goes to them and asks them for stuff, take a chance. We're at a point now with some of the players that if we were to go out and spend 3, 4, 5 million on a couple of players in January, and we don't go up, we've got assets.
I think we'll be looking more at high quality loans.
Probably.
Not going to say Scott Sinclair, but I'll say Scott Sinclair.
Yeah, I think
you've got a habit of not saying things and then directly saying them.
Yeah,
it's Ollie's favourite thing to do.
Yeah,
if we could bring someone like that in, or maybe like someone like Connor Wickham, someone of that stature.
I'd like Connor Wickham.
January, February, March. They're going to be here for 4 or 5 months on 20 grand a week or whatever. Just got something like that, like Beckford when we're in League One. A similar, but obviously on a higher scale.
Yeah, someone will do the job.
Obviously, Dwight Gale would be way out of our league, but someone who's...
Wouldn't it be good, though?
It would be fantastic. But
chances we create as well at the minute with someone like him in the side.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure if we're going to go for a goal scorer or someone with more physical, mobile presence. So,
I think
it'd be quite interesting to see who we target.
I think it will be someone mobile, but someone with a track record.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, that's what we wanted. Is someone obviously Fraser Campbell would have been that player.
Yeah. I think as much as we've given him stick and we've been given stick in the last 10 days, Stockley has shown that he's capable of playing well enough to be in the team.
Yeah. He's done.
His belief levels in himself seem to have just taken that little bit.
Yeah.
But I did notice today he was still moaning and whinging and throwing his arms around a few times.
Specifically throwing his arms around.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't the only player throwing his arms around though today.
No, yeah. It was a big game.
So I think he will never be anything more than an option for us. I don't think he's going to become someone like Sean Maguire, Tom Barkhuizen, and Ben Pearson that will be starting every game nailed on.
I don't even think when he signed he was being brought in as the answer, quote unquote.
No.
I just think, as Ollie alluded to, the player, if we go for a striker in January, that we go for is going to be somebody like Stockley, but we're going to look top down rather than bottom up. So we're going to be looking for a high quality loan. Someone. I mean, I can't get the idea of Connor Wickham out of my head now. There's always been something about him that appealed to me.
I think the only positions I can't see us signing any defenders or central midfielders.
No.
So it's going to be either a keeper or
overloaded in central midfield. I think we're fine.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Do you think we'll sell Davis if someone comes in for him?
No.
If a team comes in with
when someone comes in Jan.
When someone comes in with enough.
Well, Wolves, Brighton, both been linked. We put a piece up on the website, I think, with both of those two clubs in.
I mean, it's gonna be inevitable, and if the team that comes in it's going to be a Premier League team. They're going to have the money to prize them away from us. It's just a question of how long we can hold out for reasonably.
Well, this is what I mean. Do you think come January, if that offer comes, he will let someone like him go?
No, and I don't think he'll force to leave either.
I don't think he'll. I think that's
especially not.
he will.
I don't know if we'll be top come January, but if we're in amongst it, considering he's been here since he was 15, 14, 15.
Oh, I think earlier than that. Yeah, 10, 11.
Or I mean, like in the squad.
Oh, 16 then, yeah.
Yeah.
17. The thing that we're going to have to... I know this is a very upbeat pod, but if we don't go up in this season, then Ben Pearson's going, Ben Davies is going, probably Alan Brown's going to go.
Yeah. But I thought that last year as well. And we talked about last year.
This is the year because they're all gonna have 12 months left.
Yeah.
So this is...
And they won't sign a new deal.
No. So literally, this is
if we don't go up, this summer's going to be a hard reset for the club.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Potentially lose the manager as well.
Yeah. So this is a massive season, which is why I can't see us selling anyone in January.
It's almost make or break this year.
Yeah, 100% it is. It's very...
If we go up this season, arguably that could be our next 5 years sorted. As far
if we go up this season, we're absolutely laughing. But if we don't, then
not from a financial point of view, but in terms of securing our assets.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The manager, the players. We go up. You would suspect Pearson, Davis, Brown all sign new deals.
Yeah, they'd all sign like 4-year deals.
Yeah, manager probably sign a new deal, especially after two approaches in less than 2 seasons. 8 months apart?
Yeah.
You would.
And I think
sign a new deal.
I think obviously the players will know that themselves.
Yeah.
So that's why I can't see them pushing in January, because they know they'll get a move in summer anyway. If we don't go up.
Arguably, it's easier to move in the summer as well.
Exactly. I think so. I'm not concerned about that really. In January, it'd be more a case of getting 2 or 3 proper players in.
Next 6 months or so is going to be massive for the club. Absolutely huge.
Yeah. I think this is the best squad we've had at this level. I think this is better than 2005, 6, whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
So this is, huge.
I mean, even in my A Dream 15 Years in the Making piece last year, when I compared the 2005 side to what I chose as our first 11 last year, I was still picking the majority of the current team over that playoff final side.
Yeah, 100%. And they're still getting better, so it's scary how good we could be. But I'm not concerned about Ben Davies or Pearson or Brown, because Brown's not in enough form anyway at the minute. Pearson will have an agreement to go in summer, as will Ben Davies. So there's no doubt they're going in summer if we don't go up. But going back to Neil, obviously rejected Stoke, rejected West Brom, but you think, say, if Leeds don't go up in summer, Bielsa won't stick around. You think he'd be looking at more of a top club like Leeds, ready to get promoted.
They just need that final cog, don't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure about any Premier League clubs coming in for it. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Brighton took a chance on Graham Potter.
True, Brighton did take a chance on Graham Potter,
and
but because he's already got a relegation. Obviously, it doesn't matter, but I don't know. I think he'd have to go to a top Championship club.
Yeah, but I could see Leeds, to be honest.
So could I. And you couldn't blame him, could you? Obviously, that's... Cross that bridge when we come to it, but...
Yeah, well, like we said, big 6 months coming up, and there's going to be plenty for us to chat about and write about and whatnot. And we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
But obviously the first step in that next 6 months is Huddersfield at home on Saturday.
Yeah. Should be a very tough game.
I think they're
7 unbeaten since... Oh, sorry, have they lost 1 game since he went in, Danny Cowley?
2.
They lost their first
2 games.
So, but since then, so they have got a good squad on paper.
Was it Lincoln? Is that Danny Cowley?
Yeah.
Took Lincoln from non-league to League One.
And before that, he was at Concord Rangers.
Yeah.
Him and his brother, Danny and Nicky.
Yeah,
because they both played for them, didn't they? Or I know he did.
not sure, but I know they were both PE teachers or something, weren't they? And then obviously gone from basically Conference South or whatever to Championship.
Yeah.
Obviously, very good managers. Well, good manager and good assistant. So
Yeah,
I'd
it's not a
expect.
bad trajectory, is it?
We were linked rather tenuously with him when Neil was supposedly off to West Brom, weren't we?
Can't remember, to be honest.
I don't know if we were linked or if it was more just a suggestion of.
Yeah, like, who would we go for?
Yeah.
I'd expect them to bring a few thousand as well.
Yeah, it's not far, is it?
So yeah,
Hour on the train to Manchester and then 40 minutes to here.
yeah, by no means an easy game.
No.
But they won't want to come to Deepdale, will they? So
No,
be a good game.
We're obviously still unbeaten at home.
Yeah.
Scoring goals.
Yeah.
We're difficult to beat when we go ahead. And
the Blackburn game was important for me as well because proves that we're a much better team now. When we go behind, we can still win a game.
Especially at home. And I think I see no reason why there won't be 12, 13, 14,000 home fans on this weekend.
You'd hope so.
What more can the club do than have the team go in top of the league to get people to come on the ground?
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, 100%. And you'll get people asking for offers and stuff to get people on. Now is not the time for that.
Bollocks to that.
Yeah, now
if you're not going to come and support your team when they're top of the league, then
100%.
Why should you be given an incentive to?
Yeah, exactly. What more of an incentive do you want than coming?
Townham was absolutely rocking against Blackburn as well.
Well,
it made me miss it. I've not sat on the town end, apart from when we all went together for years, and I missed it.
Yeah, there was some high level movement on the town, and let me tell you, bother flying everywhere. But hopefully the same on Saturday. But yeah, Townend's normally this season been fairly full anyway, but it's the Finney, innit? The Finney's the hard one to fill up.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't see it when you sit there. Well, you can't see it as well as from the town end, but
trust me, I can see because I sit in the family stand because me and my dad have just always sat there since ages. It was where our season tickets were 10 years ago. We can see the empty seats around us.
I can see. I sit at the top of the Finney stand, close to the away fans, and I can see from standing up there how empty it is.
Because you sit right at the top, don't you, with your back?
Yeah, row 38.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting on Saturday to see. Obviously, the first time we'll have gone into a game top of the league, so whether it makes any difference.
Yeah.
I don't think at this stage it's going to make that much difference.
Nah, me neither.
I think to the players and the manager, it's just going to be another game. Prepare for it in the right way. Go out and get. It's
definitely going to be a good test of how grounded we are.
Yeah.
Players.
I don't have any worries about that.
Do you know what? I think today was a good test of how grounded we are, though. We knew exactly what was on the line.
Well, yeah, because
there's no question that it was as simple as if we win, we went top of the league.
Yeah.
And obviously the players knew what was on the line, and they've gone out, they've performed well, got the 3 points, and here we are.
Yeah, I think more importantly than being top or whatever is this weekend. Obviously, we're 4 points clear now. This weekend, there's a few teams around the edge of the playoffs. Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a few teams around the edge of the playoffs playing each other. So if we get a win, could potentially create like a 5-6 point gap.
Yeah.
Which is then you'd then start to see a bit of a gap.
Well, we've spoken about in the past, haven't we, about how
the pack's breaking away from each other.
We can be in and around the sort of top six, top 8 when it starts breaking away. Then come January onwards, there should be no reason why we can't maintain that level and have something to challenge for.
Yeah, it feels like obviously 15 games in this has gone on far too long to be a good bit of form.
Yeah, it's no coincidence.
I just think we're a very good team now. I can't see us going on a bad. Obviously, we'll have spells, probably 4 or 5 games without a win, because every team does. But can't really see us like going through a barren spell of like 2 wins in 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
So we just look like a very good team.
Yeah, I think we're just a very well-oiled machine, aren't we? Really.
Yeah. Obviously, the only thing I'd say is just an injury to a key player.
Well,
that's the only thing I could
we don't
see.
know how bad DJs is yet. You know, that could be.
I don't.
It didn't seem like it'd be too bad, but you just don't know.
The two players I'd be Ben Pearson and Ben Davis. I think if one of them got injured, I'd be worried. But
yeah,
they both got very good fitness
track
records.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I put Barkey up there as well until. Yeah.
Well, yeah, with Nugent being injured, Bill's just coming back from injury. You know, if one of Barkey or Maguire was to pick up an injury, it immediately limits us, doesn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, so we are still a little bit thin in them areas. Obviously, Harrop's. Well, the international break will come at a good time, actually.
I think so. Get Harrop back. Hopefully, get DJ back,
and then get a few weeks into Bill. Obviously, Nugent, and then
I suspect Clark will not be far off either. Come end of the international break.
Yeah.
So that's just a bit of added cover at fullback or centre back.
Just have to keep controlling the players in terms of rotation, because that's one thing I'd say we've done quite well this season.
I think that's been the key for us this year. To be honest.
I probably agree. No one's. Well, obviously Bauer. Well, a few players have started every game available, but there's been players like Brown, Maguire. Obviously Stockley's coming in and out. Andre Green. Players like that aren't getting run into the ground, so
even Galley's now.
Yeah, Galley's being controlled as well. So yeah, everything's on track.
Up.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly is looking up, because that's the only way you can really look from the top of the championship.
And it mind the gap everyone else, lads. Feels good at that time.
The gap is currently goal difference and in jeopardy in approximately 24 hours. But
you know what? It's a big enough gap. I don't care.
Yeah, mind the gap.
I just hope it
shit houses.
Bite us on the arse.
Also, another thing, I absolutely loved today when we went top. The whole championship had a meltdown when we went top.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, Twitter was a wonderful place.
If that happens again or for a few weeks or whatever, it's going to be.
Our Preston North End top of the league. Well, because we win football matches.
And every team who plays us tells us that we're shit. So Charlton today.
Usually after we've beaten them.
Yeah, so that's when you know you're good.
Yeah. Funnily enough, if they get a result out of us, we're not as bad. Weirdly. We're according to the rest of the championship, we're worse when we win.
I think teams just hate us because
says all you need to know, really.
We're just an unfashionable team, you know. Like when I've been speaking to, like former players from the Finney Meets episodes, a few of them have said to me, I think Alex Neil said it, no one outside of Preston cares about Preston.
Yeah, even on the commentary today, I know you listened to it, didn't you, Dan? You didn't hear the commentary.
No, I was in the pub.
They must have said about 10 times how unfancied we were.
Yeah.
Unfancied by who? Like, do you know what? We're a good team. By Sky and by the media.
Yeah. I mean, commentators. We had a little bit of a chat about them while they were going on, but it was just little things like Ben Pearson couldn't kick a ball without his discipline being mentioned, and I know it's a big part of his game, but when that's happening in commentary, of course we're going to get this sort of reputation that is going to lead everyone to think we're much bigger shithouses than we are.
I love that reputation.
Well, it's because people are lazy. They won't go out and do some research themselves. They'll just listen to what they're told and take it at face value.
Yeah.
Whether it's right or wrong.
Can we get this right though? We are definitely the biggest shithouses in the league. I'm not just saying that. 100% we are. We are probably we are the worst team in the league to play for being just nasty, which is a good thing.
But what I don't.
Well, it's got us to the top of the league. I'm really not bothered if other people don't like it.
I like it.
What I don't like is the sort of two-facedness of fans that will accuse us of like, well, not accuse us of, we do it, but say that we're the worst side that's ever existed because we've time wasted in the 90th minute to win a game 1-0. I mean, what team doesn't do that?
Yeah. I love all this.
No,
This means we're
exactly.
doing well. It means we're doing well.
Yeah.
You don't see people moaning about Burton Albion, do you? So,
Nope.
we're all Blackburn Rovers. We're doing well. So I
Fuck
love
Rovers.
it. Love it.
Fuck
Absolutely love it.
Rovers.
But yeah,
And
big test on Saturday.
Yeah, very.
Do we want Stoke to win tomorrow, by the way?
Yeah,
From a footballing perspective.
Yeah.
purely from a footballing
But
perspective.
from an everything else perspective, Stoke
Fuck off.
burn to the ground.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to double tick the explicit box for this one.
Yeah.
Dropped a few F-bombs today, apologies.
And can I just send my condolences to Nathan Jones as well, please?
Oh,
Just in case you're listening, Nathan. I still believe, so
I still
honestly.
believe.
Your chance will come again, and you will shine, Nathan. I believe in you. So
He'll shine at North End when Alex Neil goes.
don't get too low, Nathan. Everything will sort itself out. But
Yeah.
I've got that bet on obviously Stoke to make the top 6, so I'm gutted that Alex Neil's staying here. But, but that's gone down the shitter about a week after I put the bet on. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Well, approximately 5 days.
Notice Naki Wells and Jordan Hugill have gone off the boil a little bit since I promised money if QPR made top 6 as well.
Looks
Yeah,
like
I think-
you're donating some money to mine charity, boys.
Yeah, but you see,
Yeah.
the thing is about QPR. I thought their defense would sort itself out because obviously they brought in a whole new back four in the summer. And I thought, well, they're probably going to start off conceding a few goals. There's going to be some Darren Ferguson, quote unquote, games in there where they win 4-3, lose 3-2 the next, that sort of thing. But I thought it'd sort itself out and Jordan Hugill would keep bagging and get him in there.
The thing is, you always get one of them teams every season who start the season on fire, winning 3-2, 4-3, 2-1, 4-2, whatever.
Yeah, and then
But you can't score that many goals, can you?
Yeah.
All
Well,
season.
it depends what part of the game catches up with them first.
Yeah.
Well, we're on 1 and 2 for penalties at the minute.
We are.
Just-
yeah, literally
just
7
about
penalties.
7 in 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that keeps going for the season.
Imagine.
It's not going to, is it? It's unsustainable.
What was the number you gave earlier in the chat, Ollie? That we'd end up with
22.
22
23.
penalties. Yeah.
I was trying to look up the most penalties ever awarded in one season in the Championship. I couldn't find it, but I think Newcastle had 19 when Kevin Nolan was there, which is
Yeah.
a stupid amount of penalties.
Oh, the Peter Lovenkrands season.
2010, 9-10.
Yeah, when they absolutely,
Peter Lovenkrands.
So if you can get anywhere near that, then you're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Because we're going to score pretty much every penalty.
Yeah, with Galley and DJ.
Yeah.
Got 2 of the best penalty takers in the league.
Yeah, but
And Alan Brown's not bad at them either. He's just way down our pecking order.
Yeah.
Did Nugent ever take a penalty for us back in the day?
Not
Not really a penalty
Penalty.
taker, is he?
He was
No.
for Leicester for a while.
Was he?
He scored. You know when they beat Man United 5-3?
Yeah, did he score a pen?
He scored a pen in that game.
Did he?
Yeah. But everyone just remembers Angel Di Maria's outrageous lob.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what I thought. I remember Vardy's goal actually as well.
Yeah. I was
Oh
gonna
no,
say.
sorry, that was the season after. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, no way we'll keep getting that many penalties. But we do attack the box,
Special.
Mm.
and we've got players. Stock is a handful in the box.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maguire's
Maguire,
already won 3 of them.
Yeah.
Maguire goes down. Bowden goes down. So
I mean,
obviously Brown
couple
won a
of those,
penalty the other day as well. So
a couple of those Maguire ones, if he gets round the defender instead of being taken down, he scores. So
yeah,
we'll see, won't we? We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely going to be.
It depends what side it falls on. The individual chances. I mean,
Yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting rest of the season, that's for sure.
Mm.
it's like today. I think if Stockley doesn't get hauled down, he gets his head on it.
Yeah, probably puts it over based off our shooting in the game. Bloody hell.
Well, yeah.
Another thing I just mentioned quickly is, I'd say the Reading defeat was like the first setback that we've had. Obviously, we lost the first 2 of the first 3, but that wasn't really.
And we
Still early doors, wasn't it?
and
Yeah,
we,
but
and we
since then-
responded ridiculously well to the Reading game.
Yeah,
And that's-
since then we've got 7 points out of 9 in
Yeah.
three tough games.
That's
So-
just not what I'm used to as a North End fan. I'm not
Yeah.
used to bouncing back from a result like that. I'm used to a result like that tainting our season.
Mm.
Exactly.
Which is what I said to you guys at the time. I was like, well, if we're going off past experiences, this isn't a good sign. But
I think we probably shouldn't go into what you said after that, Dan.
Well, but what I think I need to remember, and some fans I've seen on Twitter, I think we just need to expect better of this North End side than we've come to expect.
Yeah, even me today, I'm very positive about North End. I didn't think we'd win today.
I didn't expect to read a message from you saying I think we'll lose 2-1.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Because I've got as much faith in Alex Neil and his team as anyone else. But
I'd say you've got more, to be honest.
But what you are above all else, Ollie, is a realist.
Yeah. I just didn't think we'd win today.
Tell us how it is.
Oh, Dan. It's just another name for him to add to his list of many things that he's been called.
I am the Lord. I am the realist.
Say nothing will top the Lord from the other week.
The scholar of the game.
That's Finney.
Thanks to all the fans, that's all I'll say. Shout out to Angie as well. Sorry about last week, Angie. I know.
Yeah, he's back for you.
External circumstances took over my control, but obviously the Lord is back.
Just on Angie, and a bit of a shameless plug for myself. I'm obviously, well, you two know, but I'm doing Movember and aiming to do 60 kilometers, run, walk, whatever, however I do it this month. And yeah, shared some stuff on social media, and Angie sponsored me. So thank you very much for that, Angie. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Angie. I'd offer to grow a moustache, but I physically am incapable.
Yeah, you've got a smidge of hair, I can see.
I wouldn't be allowed on.
It's mainly a dusting on the chin rather than.
Yeah, you look like someone's wet your chin and just dipped you in some hair.
I wouldn't be allowed on client sites if I grew a moustache.
No, they'd be asking for your hard drives.
Yeah, which they can't have. So, all the best with growing a beard, Jake.
It's a moustache, mate.
Oh, are you shaving? Are you shaving the rest? Are you going just for a solid?
Yeah, shaving the rest.
Decent, double decent.
There's not a lot there after 3 days at the minute, but
if you get a lot, you're gonna style it.
No, I don't get a lot. I'm follically challenged.
I'm just glad this is a podcast and not a video.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting 6 months. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, twists and turns. And do you know what? I think for once, as a North End fan, I'm just going to let it happen and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to
try.
You are?
I'm going to try to do the same.
Yeah, it'll be tough, but yeah, it's not been too bad since we started from the Finney, so long may that continue.
No, 100%.
But yeah, no, thanks for listening to episode 21 of the From the Finney podcast. Yeah, as I say every week, you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're not following us on Twitter, then do, because we're trying to hit 1,000 followers before Christmas, at a push by the end of the year, but aiming for Christmas. So yeah, if you're not already following us on Twitter, just hit the little follow button and say hello if you want. You don't have to, just like what we do. Yeah, if you want to get in touch with us about anything, you can DM us on Twitter, Facebook, wherever, or you can just send us an email. We're fromthefinney@gmail.com. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, boys. Much appreciated.
Yeah, nice one.
Cheers, lads. Up the whites.
Up the whites. We're top of the league. We're top of the league. We're top of the league.